Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, yeah. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai little dancer. So, welcome everyone. Thank you all for coming for our kirtan / party. So very happy to see everyone tonight. And also we're officially announcing, we've already done a soft announce on Facebook and other places about a new website that we have up. It's called prabhupadmelodies.com. Prabhupada, everyone say? Melodies. Now what does that really mean? Prabhupada melodies. It's interesting, a lot of people don't know that Srila Prabhupada recorded a lot of chanting. Not just japa, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. He was an expert musician. Beyond being a pure devotee of the Lord, he was very expert in musical composition. In fact, there's a very nice recording of Prabhupada speaking with John Lennon from the Beatles, George Harrison, and Yoko Ono. And he's telling them about the Vedic philosophy and how wonderful it is and all the different mantras. He said there are so many mantras, like Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. What's another mantra? The Shringadev prayers, Namaste, Narasimhaya, Jayaradham Hadhava. So he was telling them about all these different mantras. He said there's so many mantras, and you, meaning John Lennon from the Beatles, George Harrison and Yoko Ono, he said you can make nice melodies with these wonderful mantras. So then he started singing. And I'm thinking, Prabhupada's doing a concert to the Beatles. Private concert. And he sang, and he sang, and he sang, and they were like mystified with these melodies, to construct how he did it. In fact, if you listen carefully to Prabhupada's chanting, it's so different from any other style of so-called traditional Indian chanting. If you listen to Ravi Shankar and all these great musicians, they have a certain way of doing ragas. The Prabhupada's style was so different. And being a musician myself, the first time I heard his voice was 1973. And when I heard his voice, I said, who is that singing? Because I was brand new in the temple. Who is that singing? And the devotee told me, that's Prabhupada, the world's greatest musician. I said, wow. Well, you mean better than Jimi Hendrix? Yes. And after 41 years of listening to Prabhupada and studying his style, I have to admit he is definitely the best musician because his chanting comes from a spiritual perspective, spiritual platform. So I was thinking that nowadays there's so much emphasis on kirtan. There's an actual kirtan movement outside of the Hare Krishna movement. Hare Krishna was basically first, Srila Prabhupada came in what year, Bhakti John? 65. The interesting thing is, he got on the boat in India, he was 69 years old. When he got off the boat, about 37 days later, he was 70 years old. So when he stepped into America, it took a long time. So when he came to America, yeah, please everyone come up.
Please come. Please come, everybody, so they can
some more devotees are coming in. So, come on.
They're so intimidating. Oh, yes.
This is not a performance, this is us together.
69th birthday was on the ship.
On the ship. He had Janmashtami. Come on, folks. Come.
So you entered the 70th.
I won't embarrass you. Just come on, we'll chant together, have a good time. If you don't come close, you won't get the feast. Just kidding. Hey, I don't know. How are you? So when he came to America in 1965, and he started his movement, Hare Krishna movement, he started with very simple chanting. Very simple, very simple, very simple. Because he wanted to make it accessible, that everybody could listen, and everybody could learn, and everybody could chant. So he was the very first person to take kirtan out into the public, by himself. You have to imagine, here's this old man from India, now he's 70 years old, he's going out into New York City, alone by himself, and he's singing. And no one had ever heard that before. No one had heard that melody. They had heard Hare Krishna before, in one, there was a rock opera, Hair. And in the rock opera Hair, they sang Hare Krishna. And also Allen Ginsberg, famous beat poet, had gone to India, come back, and he had a harmonium, and he was also chanting. But no one had ventured out into the public. They were too afraid, I guess. So here's this old man, just like today in New York, there was a protest march for all the troubles that we know about the police and all this stuff. And they were in Washington Square Park, I believe. Yeah, Washington Square Park, near that big arch. And that's where Prabhupada also used to chant. He chanted Tompkins Square Park, Washington Square Park, all those places. So he began the Hare Krishna movement in a very simple way. And his chanting attracted everyone. He said that I was sitting there in the park chanting, and some boys came to me. He mentioned Brahmananda, Kirtananda, Achutananda, these young boys from New York, Mukunda, they were all like hippies. In the 60s, we were called hippies. Different name nowadays.
Not white.
Yeah. And then one time they asked Prabhupada, what is a hippie? He said, something wonderful.
He made them happy.
So they had these posters, stay high forever. Chant Hare Krishna, stay high forever. Because in the 60s, everyone's trying to get, excuse the children here, but anyway, they were trying to get to another plane of existence. So Hare Krishna would make you stay high forever, just by chanting, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. And Srila Prabhupada would say, this is Prabhupada, for those who don't know, behind me here, this beautiful painting. And this is actually a painting. It looks like a photograph, but it's actually done in China. First class painting. Yeah, very nice. So he said, even a child can say Hare Krishna. Noah, can you say Hare Krishna? Okay. Can you say Hare Krishna? Give me another child. Say Hare Krishna. Can you say Hare Krishna? Hare Krishna. Garima, can you say Hare Krishna? Yeah. Say Hari Bol. Hari Bol. She's very famous. We go downtown chanting every Tuesday, and when she's feeling low, she goes downtown chanting, and the whole downtown is amazed at this little girl. Who is this little girl dancing? Just like she's dancing here, she dances in the middle of downtown the same way. It gives out Prabhupada's books. So Prabhupada blessed us with these beautiful melodies. So my thought was, we need to ingrain these melodies into the minds and the hearts of more people, especially now that the Kirtan movement is growing. As I said, it's growing even outside the Hare Krishna movement, where it originally started. It's all over the world. They actually have Kirtan festivals like the one in California, it's like 30,000, 40,000 people, Bhakti Fest. In Atlanta, they have Chantlanta. 800,000, 900,000 people come for that. And of course, we always have Kirtan. We actually have Kirtan every Tuesday in downtown Atlanta. You're all invited to come. There's plenty of room downtown. The other day it was actually very cold, but we still went downtown chanting. It's so nice there. In fact, my first contact with Hare Krishna was downtown Atlanta, so I'm really dedicated to that downtown. Very nice. So now that the enthusiasm is there for Kirtan, I felt that it's time that we make sure that Srila Prabhupada's melodies are not lost. Right? Follow. That those original melodies that he chanted to start this whole movement of Krishna consciousness all over the world, they should be etched into our hearts. Starting with the simple one. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Now, that's really simple, right? It's simple, yes or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here's my buddy, Nathan. Nathan, right? Today is actually Nathan's birthday. Yeah. Actually, my birthday is tomorrow, but we're having fun tonight. So Nathan, can you sing this little bit? Birthday Eve. Hare Krishna, sing with me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And the next is Ram. Hare Rama. Yeah. Hare Rama, yeah. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is that hard? We have the experience when we're chanting downtown. Sometimes young people from Georgia State, who's right near Georgia State, they come and sit down with us, like the other day, right? Where's Mukunda? back here. This young man came, his name was, what was his name? The one that sat with us at the end.
Joe.
Not Joe. Anyway, very nice young man. He sat down, he was chanting with us, it was just nice. And then another time, another young man came and sat with us, and young ladies came and sat with us. And immediately they learned this chanting. Very simple. So we want to make Prabhupada's melodies more available / popular. So we started a website. It's called Prabhupada, Prabhupada, PrabhupadMelodies.com. And I have, if you get a chance tonight, please sign here so I can put you on our mailing list and let you know. What's happening there is that we're inviting devotees and friends from all over the world to simply learn Prabhupada's melodies as he chanted, and then give your own feeling or interpretation or style. Style doesn't matter. It could be modern, it could be jazzy, it could be traditional Indian, it can be reggae, it can be whatever style, and then apply it to Srila Prabhupada's melodies. Interesting, quick little story. Downtown, there's a young man, he goes to Georgia State, young African-American kid, and he's a classical music composer student at Georgia State. So he first met us when we were chanting. I saw him the other day. I said, I need a big favor from you. He said, man, whatever you want. I said, I want you to take the melodies chanted by my guru who passed away. I want you to score them out like a orchestra. He went, wow, I can't believe you're asking me to do this, man. I wanted to do something spiritual with my talent. I will do it. So I'm so excited to hear Prabhupada's melodies scored out in beautiful violins and horns and timpanis and all that. Quick story. In India, when I first saw Prabhupada in India in 1976, that reveals a little bit about my age. Anyway, 1976. We were in a town called Modinagar or Modiagar?
Modinagar.
Modinagar.
Nagar.
Nagar. Just beyond Delhi, toward Vrindavan. So there's a beautiful Lakshmi Narayan temple. Lakshmi Narayan is the form of Krishna, Lakshmi Narayan. So in that temple, Prabhupada gave a beautiful lecture, which I don't understand the word he said because it was in Hindi. So then after he gave the lecture, Bhagavatam class, we did a parikram. Parikram means going out and going around the temple. So we went into one room, and that was Lakshman Hanuman and Sitaram, big deities, 7 or 8 feet tall, unbelievably big deities. Then we went, and then there was a Shiva Lingam in a nice little temple. And then we came around to the front gate. There's actually a nice photograph of this. We came around to the front gate, and there was but there was a school band. I think it was a high school. You call high school in India or grade school?
High school.
High school. It's like a high school band with everything. Drum, boom, 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 horns, tubas, everything. You know what they were playing? Bum, 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 ding, 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 dum, bum, bum, the Hare Krishna melody that Prabhupada chanted. They knew that he had chanted that melody. So we want to hear Prabhupada's melodies sung all over the world. So we invite any one of you. You don't have to be initiated. You don't have to be affiliated with the Krishna consciousness movement, but listen to Prabhupada singing. There's so many recordings. And on our website, every month we're going to have a favorite melody of Prabhupada. You just go to the website, listen to her, and then learn it. And then if you want to make a recording, do that, and then we'll put it on the website. So I just wanted to let you all know it's available for you. And hope you can appreciate it. So we're going to attempt to sing one of Prabhupada's melodies. When I say attempt, because I've really only sang it publicly a couple of times. Let's see if I can remember it. Wow, it's hard to remember. How do you go? Yeah, we'll get it. It's the easy one. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone sing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Second part. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Bol. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody sing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sing it, sing it. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Bol. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Follow. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. So thank you all for participating in that. There are many, many other melodies, as I said. I don't know, hundreds, but just dozens and dozens of Prabhupada's melodies. And when you listen to them, you'll become ecstatic. Yes, Nanda Sutta?
I'll say something if you're finished.
I'm finished.
Oh, you finished?
Go ahead. Say it, big brother, come on.
You know, I want to do a period, I would say,
Huh?
I want to say it up here. Microphone.
Oh, microphone.
You want to share
I think
something?
it might reach.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You want to share some nectar?
Yeah, share some nectar.
I'll take this one now.
You have to come up here now.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Rima?
She jumped. She jumped.
Wasn't anyone else's fault.
Come.
Wasn't anyone else's fault.
Now we have to bring it right here.
Okay.
Okay. Then we're going to hear my favorite little chant, Shruti.
Yeah, okay. Maybe even short.
Namo Vishnu Krishna, Krishna, Namo Vishnu Krishna,
But before he starts, let me introduce who this is, because some of you don't know him. This is Nanda Sutta Das. And within the last year, he's had 2 strokes. And also, you put a pacemaker, right? Yeah. He had a pacemaker installed. But he's one of the pillars of the Atlanta Hare Krishna Temple. He spent many years going out distributing Prabhupada's books. And I remember when I took him to India in 1990, and he met the devotees from Russia. And they didn't speak English, and he didn't speak Russian. But they wanted to take him back to Russia. They loved him so much. They said, can we take him to Russia? He's good, we'll take him with us. You know? So he's a very wonderful devotee. So let's welcome Nanda Sutta.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
room here, please come.
Please come over
Come on
here.
in.
Don't be shy. Give it a try.
Everyone please come up a little bit so the others.
Please make a way over here so that everybody can come here.
No, that's not the limit. The limit is on my head. You can sit on my head, no problem. Right, no?
Come over here.
Please go ahead.
Move forward, move forward, move forward.
Michael Circle, Vice Circle Prabhu, the voters at the Sunday Soul's Chamber because there was a book distribution. So this was a special prayer for me to be getting book distribution, going to hire how to chant Hare Krishna and Prasad distribution. So I love this, love Temple, love Jagannath, Subhadra, Balavadra, Madonna Mahan, Shishika Manatan, Pampara, Srila Prabhupada, and my Guru Maharaj. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger here, okay? I'm just a messenger of Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, Srila Gauraswara Maharaj, Gauraswara Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Srila Jagannath Maharaj, Nita Gauranga, and Krishna. Because I had this is my I had some different type in this mentor, not mentor. Bhakti Siddhanta, preaching lessons, and Prabhupada, this is my final request.
Final request.
Final request. So I have difficulty typing this because I miss a peck like that. I don't have it so much, you know. And I have asked the donations for the distribution of Prabhupada books 115, but you can also do it yourself. You can also do it yourself.
You're saying you can distribute Prabhupada's books yourself. He's doing it, but you can also do
But
it.
you can, for the vice seeker, you can distribute that also. Well, this is for you. This great soul Bhakti Swami stated that gift is for a person having a birthday. Birthday. So I did this.
It's for you, Nathan.
I typed this essence. I typed this.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
I'll read it. Tell me which part.
Read that right now. Down here? Yeah, read it there. All of it? No, that's read it there. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Let's see. I have asked donations, His Holiness or His Grace Vaisheshika Das, The Art of Book Distribution 113. You can also do yourself for the people interested in distribution of Srila Prabhupada's books. Again, for those of you who are not familiar with Prabhupada, that's him in the big painting behind me. And he's the founder of the Hare Krishna movement. He translated all these wonderful books, beginning with Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and so many other books. And during this time of December, he always emphasized that we go out and distribute his books even more. So that's why Nanda Siti wanted to bless all of us with this. That soul, His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha, stated, should give gift who is having the birthday. This from the Vedic, first June 1983, he was after that. Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj passed away some years back. He was a great devotee, disciple of Srila Prabhupada. And he pioneered a lot of preaching in Africa and also in America and Washington, D.C. He started a very special program in Washington, D.C. to preach to all the intellectuals and like that. I'm taking the time to type. That means Nanda Sutta here. He said I'm pecking away typing. This is my request, and preaching is the essence and the art of book distribution, Dallas, Texas, 2006 as a gift. So, Balavadra, he spelled my name Balabupada. I like that. Balabupada. I have a new name. Balavadra, you, let me see let me translate what Nanda's saying. No, he says you have a facility to print 100 of the CDs.
This is the city Prabhupada chant the morning program.
Oh, wow. Yes, I can print it. Don't worry. I'll take care of it for you. The morning program with Srila Prabhupada he teaches the Nisringa Day prayers. Nisringa Day prayers are very special. We'll sing those in a few minutes. So, you want His Grace, Vaishesika Das, you to pray. Black Lotus, Srila Prabhupada, that he left his body November 14th, 1977. He had to pray a prayer to Ganesham. Ganesham is Bhakti Tirtha Swami. He was sending on a dangerous mission behind the Iron Curtain. Devotees pray. That means that Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj went in Europe as an African American preaching behind the Iron Curtain. This was in 1980 or 70 or 80, something like that. So he did, and Prabhupada so much appreciated his efforts. So I want to thank Goparaj. Where's Goparaj? He's hiding? Oh, there's Goparaj. I want to thank Goparaj and Parampara. Where's Parampara?
Right there.
I don't have my glasses off, but there he is.
Golden episode.
For, is that reliable or readable?
Readable.
Readable service. So, wow. Thank you,
So
Namaste.
this is a service right here. The Lord sing the book of the Prabhupada disciples.
Yeah.
This is where I've got all this information from, Prabhupada disciples.
Haribo.
So this is what I want you to do. Well, Prabhupada was also preaching.
Yeah, use the microphone so you
Yeah, Prabhupada was also preaching print books. So he died off that. Print books. And so he's also, Vasasika, he's giving this lecture in Small Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. So he's telling us how to get this mercy. He's telling us how to get the mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you how to get the mercy. This is all right here. This is all good right here.
Excellent.
Prabhupada. This is what you want to do. If you want to get it, you'll get the message. You get the message. That's all.
Haribo.
So I want, for everyone who don't have the gift, I would like to give you the gift. But wants it, whoever wants it.
He has a gift of Prabhupada's nectar.
No. Do you want?
Yes.
Do you want? Yeah. So you have to distribute the books also.
Now you're in trouble.
Anybody else?
Out of trouble.
You get it. Oh, your mother's there?
So while he's handing those out,
Yeah.
let me see if I can. Shruti, as I said, one of my favorite kirtan singers, is going to bless us with a nice candle.
I'd like to share some few words that my name is Mukunda Das and Balavadru's 63rd birthday. We always say happy birthday. And out of 63 years, I'm working with the Balavadru 30 years. And these 30 years, I have seen the Balavadru's dedication to Srila Prabhupada. For this temple, I came, Balavadru, actually, because of Balavadru, I'm here. He asked Guru Maharaj when he became a GBC of this temple, he asked Maharaj, he has many Bengali disciples, we want one. And Guru Maharaj chose me when I was in Vrindavan, Pujari. He wrote me letter that in Atlanta temple, they want one devotee, but I choose you. So since I'm here since '84, every single day, whenever I see Balavadra, he always talk about Prabhupada. How Prabhupada surrendered, how Prabhupada was so dedicated to his spiritual master. He has so much, Balavadra has so much love for Prabhupada. And these 30 years I have seen We have so much struggle for, just to keep the temple alive. Balavadra would never leave. He just stays, just somehow that push each and every devotee, request so many devotees, members like Jayanti Bhai, old members Jayanti Bhai, we have mostly are new, but Jayanti Bhai is really remembered the day we passed through. And I have seen Balavadra every single day. He always talks to us. That means he has so much love, and because he is my Siksha Guru, and because of him, I really deeply appreciate his service, and I have so much love and faith every day, making more and more stronger, determined mind, to surrender to Srila Prabhupada's movement in Krishna. Hari Bol.
Boy, I have too much the description here.
Haribol.
Description of Prabhupada. Who's look like one? Like one? Anybody like one?
What is it? Description
Get up and come.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. You can fix it. You help. Okay, Suti.
Yeah, you got it.
How you doing?
Yeah, big. Oh, shut.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Hare
So thank you all very much. And I want to introduce my grandson. This is Antonio. And my granddaughter, Sierra. And you brought your friend? Rainy. Rainy, welcome. Anthony, welcome. So, of course, we're talking about birthday, but I want you to please bless my grandkids that they will become successful in life and never forget their relationship with the Supreme Lord. Please bless them. Thank you. So we're going to have, I hope, Prashadam dinner is ready. Everything ready?
Well, we just have to bring from the kitchen.
Have to bring to the kitchen, from the kitchen to here. So if we can get a little help from Mother. Oh, let me say thank you to Mother Savitri. Please stand up. She's managing the center here. This is the Self-Discovery Center, but she also cooked tonight with the help of Nathan, and I forget your name. Samantha and Nathan, they helped her cook tonight. Hurry! And as I mentioned, actually it's Nathan's birthday today. Mine is tomorrow. So we're going to sing happy birthday to Nathan. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nathan. Now, come on now. Happy birthday to you. Hare Krishna to you. Oh, Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna, dear Nathan. Hare Krishna to you. May you have a long life and Haribo. What happened? Whose birthday?
My wife.
Oh, that's right. Mila's birthday is today too. Please stand up. She's a longtime member of our temple, Pramila Balavadra, who's going to sing happy birthday to her too. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy Purnila. Dear Purnila. Happy birthday to you. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna, dear Purnila. Hare Krishna to you. Did we miss anybody? Any other birthdays? Your birthday? No. Oh, you?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Balavadra. Happy birthday to you. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna, dear Balavadra. Hare Krishna to
So we'll have Prashadam in just a moment, as soon as they can bring it into the other room. Not yet, not yet. We're not finished yet. The sugar's at the end. So thank you all very much. I hope you have a wonderful evening. We'll do a little more chanting while they're bringing in the dinner. So please enjoy. Yes, Nanda?
You got the DVDs?
Huh?
You got the CDs?
Which ones?
Love Hunter.
Oh, I have to make them. I don't have them yet. I'll make it. I'll get my grandson to make it. He's a music producer, so he can deal with it. Thank you.
Well, you get them. No, you get them.
We'll get it done.
Okay.
And everybody can see this recording in YouTube very soon.
Okay. I think you probably can make a little room for them to come through that door. They have to put everything in that room behind you there. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Go ahead. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare
So we have a little bit of a tight space where the fruit is starting there, so we can have a few people come at a time, and then we'll keep it rotating. So those who would like to come right now, please come.